Rumble in the Bronx. Rumble in the Bronx. Now let's talk about this movie. Let's start off with, when I first watched this movie, I was like watching on one of these channels, like it was like a Spanish channel. You know, I don't know anything about Spanish at all. You know, people are mistaking you for looking like I'm a Spanish person, but I'm not Spanish. I'm not. The thing is, I tried watching on the Spanish channel, you know, I didn't understand what the hell they're saying because they speak Spanish. I couldn't, like, change it to English because it's a Spanish channel. You can't change it. There's other channels that, I mean, there's other streaming things that can do it, but not mine. So, yeah. I watched it for the first time, and I was like, yeah, this movie's not for me. It looks too goofy. Because, you know, it's Jackie Chan, and he's always doing some goofy shit. Then I started watching the movie for a second time, but this time I watched it on my computer. This time I watched it as English and whatnot. So I watched it, I was like, you know what? I have to start to change my mind. The action seems pretty fucking good. Besides, the comedy's not bad, it's just that the action's way better. I was like, this is not a bad movie. This is actually pretty good. I actually like this Jackie Chan movie, because the first time, like I said, I did not really like it that much. I think because I didn't watch the beginning of it first, and to try to understand what's going on. And then I decided to just watch the whole film, and I was like, you know, this is actually a pretty good film. I started to change my mind about this. I still haven't got this on DVD yet. And, you know, of course, it stars Jackie Chan, you know. A guy who is a legend in Hong Kong and in America. Like one of the best martial artists of all time, besides Bruce Lee. Excuse me. Yeah, he's like one of the best things that came out of Hong Kong into America. Until now, he's like a communist. Well, no, that's 2013. I didn't know about it. I didn't know he was a communist around that time either. To be fair. Now I looked it up this year. I was like, oh, so he's part of this communist party now? Like, what the fuck? Jackie Chan of all people? He seems like a humble guy. I don't see him being a communist. I think he was forced into it, I think. I don't think Jackie Chan just did it on his own. I think he was, like, forced into it. Because, you know, China's pretty fucked up. So, this movie, like I said, it's a pretty good film. I thought it was... Yeah, the jokes, I'm not really that crazy about the jokes that much. Some jokes are fine, other jokes are not much. So this movie starts off with Jackie Chan and his uncle Bill is, you know, traveling to move to America and New York, and his uncle gets him a job at a grocery store and whatnot. He works there, and he gets in trouble with a bunch of gang members, and he gets in a fight with them. And then, like, one night, he was doing these fucking, handstand things and stuff like that. Doing handstands in his onesie. And I saw his dick. I was like, what the fuck? Jackie Chan, put some pants on. I want to see your fucking slong. He's doing these onesies, and no, not onesies. He's doing a handstand in his onesies, and his dick is like, he's like got a fucking boner. I'm like, what the fuck, Jackie? Put some pants on, for crying out loud. I want to see your fucking slong, dude. Like, come on. And like in the middle of the night, it's like all these bikers are outside making noises, like riding around the streets and doing these bike races and shit. All these fucking clowns, gangsters. Yeah, it reminds me of my neighborhood. All these fucking noisy ass people where you're like sleeping and always making all these noises. Like, goddamn, like all that shit. Jackie Chan went out there to fight them or some shit. Stop all that crap out there. Well, I think he wasn't really trying to move there. I think he's just visiting in New York for a little bit or something. Even though he was working at a grocery store. I forgot. I don't know if he actually was 100% actually moving, or he was just there to visit. Because his uncle was getting married to a big fat black woman who was, you know, she's kind of hideous. I was like, ugh, what was it, Aunt Jemima or something? Yeah, he was like in his onesie when he was like running down the street trying to get these bikers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, Jackie Chan, god damn it. Like it's so goofy. Like he fucking run around with his underwear, dude. Dude, what the fuck? What's the pants on? So then like fucking even before that he was training using his I forgot this dummy thing, you know, for martial arts. He uses a dummy thing, he like do this and that, all the moves and shit. And when the little kids like watches him doing it and shit. That was pretty cool. I saw him do that scene. In like other scenes, he fights on top of the roof fighting these guys. It's like crazy blood scenes and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, this shit's getting freaking crazy now. This is some really badass shit going on. I thought it was a goofy Jackie Chan movie. It's actually like getting suspense now. Like what the fuck? But I thought that was pretty badass. His blood scenes and stuff like that. Him jumping from roof and stuff like that. I was like, damn, this is actually a pretty good movie. And then he gets like stuck in the corner and then they start throwing fucking glass bottles at him and shit. Well, the gangsters like got him surrounded, throwing glass balls at him when he's at the wall and shit. And he's like on the ground in pain. I was like, damn, these gangsters don't fuck around, don't they? Oh yeah, and there's other goofy scenes at the grocery store where the grocery store owner, she was like trying to like close the place, and also what goes up with her, she's up there like hanging, and Jackie Chan had to pull it down from her. I'm like, what the hell? Fucking it's all this cartoony shit. And like one of the other gang members in this movie named like Nancy and shit, I think she like works with the gang also. She's like smoking hot, dude. Like she's like hot as fuck in this movie. I was like, god damn, she's a fine ass Asian. Shit. She's like working with the gang. I think she works for the gang. If I remember, I was like, damn, she's hot. So now, like, Jackie Chan and the gangsters, now they're cool with each other, and they gotta work together to take out this crooked bad guys. Yeah, this other bad guys is worse than fucking the gang members. It's even worse than those thugs. So you know, Jackie and the thugs are cool with each other, and now they work together to take out the even bigger, badder people. That's right. And like his fucking nephew gets kidnapped. He get his nephew back and shit. And then they take this fucking big ass floater thing from the water, and they drive it into the Gulf and hit everything in the streets, trying to hit these motherfuckers, these bad guys and shit. I'm like, god damn, this shit's getting more crazier than I thought of this movie. I was like, what the fuck? They took this big ass floater thing and driving in the fucking golf course in the streets and shit. I'm like, what the? I think it's like some kind of big ass submarine thing or something like that. It looks like a submarine, but it has like a floater under it or something. And like Jackie Chan has to like stop it. He was like hanging out the ropes in the water and shit, trying to stop it. Like another thing is Jackie Chan did a lot of stunts in this movie, like a lot of stunts, because he does his own stunts and shit. Like this scene where he was like hanging on the rope in the water trying to stop this submarine. Like Jesus Christ, like that can be painful. And all the shit he does is painful, to be fair. Like that's how fucking tough Jackie Chan is, man. He can do his own stunts. You don't see any actors do that in this generation like Jackie Chan can. It's just barely anybody can do something like that. Be a famous actor and be a stuntman at the same time in martial arts. Like no one can outdone Jackie Chan. Man knows martial arts. He know how to be an actor. He know how to do stunts. All three of those things. That's multi-fucking talent right there. No one can be like fucking Jackie Chan in this generation. Nobody can. No one can be that talented like him. And then so now he gets inside this, I forgot, that car from the Back to the Future or something like that. He gets inside that car and he takes this giant ass sword and he drives at the fucking giant submarine floater. He rips the hole in it and like stops it with this giant sword. And they had like random scenes where when the submarine shit was happening, fucking rock and roll band, all these crazy rock and roll fans and shit with giant mohawks. And what the fuck is going on? Like, there's like a lot of random scenes, a lot of goofy stuff in here, which I didn't mind it. It's just I was more into watching the action parts of this movie than those. Yeah, so they stopped it. They stopped the fucking giant ass submarine floater thing, and he got inside and just shooting the agent. Oh yeah, speaking of the agents in the movie, the criminal agent guys, they actually I like the way they dress their attire. It looks pretty cool. You've seen character stuff like that anymore in movies. Movies not really creative anymore. They just like be too realistic and shit. And I hate that. I don't mind realistic movies, but they do it too much now these days. So now they stopped that. So now Jackie Chan and hot chick Nancy decides to take the fucking submarine floater. It's all patched up, and then they're gonna drive it through the golf course, fucking going after the other bad guy who started the whole shit in the first place. He's like playing golf and shit. Go right there and stop it. Cause fuck golf. Fuck golf. The only thing good about watching golf is watching these hot chicks play golf on TV. I do it all the time. I watch these golf pros on TV. I just watch them and shit. That's only as interesting watching those girls play golf. There's like a lot of hot chicks out there, especially the Asian chicks on there. There's a lot of sexy Asian chicks play golf on TV. I watch it all the time. Like, god damn, these some fine ass ladies bending over and shit. Like, god damn. I watch it once in a while. I don't watch it too many times because it's just I just don't watch it all the time. Sometimes like not on TV. I'm like, let me watch some golf girls. Just check what's going on to how attractive they are. But yeah, this is a pretty good ass fucking movie, man. Before I thought this shit sucked, but I watched it the second time. Like, what? This shit's actually good. But like other Jackie Chan movies that I didn't really like that much is Jackie Chan's First Strike. I'm not really a fan of that movie, that's just like way too short. It's shorter than this movie. Jackie Chan's First Strike is like only like an hour and 19 minutes. It's really short. It's probably even shorter than that. This movie's like Rumble in the Bronx is longer than First Strike. I'm not a big fan of First Strike. A lot of people like it. Me, not so much. I didn't really find the movie to be that interesting. Only the beginning, which we'll talk about that movie another time. And there's another movie. I don't like that many Jackie Chan Hong Kong movies. There's only this one and Dragons Forever with Sammo Hung and the other guy Yuen Bio, and the movie when he was 19 years old. I forgot what that one was called. It was something like Shaolin Crane Arts or whatever it's called. Came out like late 70s. So he was like 19 or 20. Those are only 3 Hong Kong movies I like from Jackie Chan besides American movies, Rush Hour films. I mean, Hong Kong films I like from Jackie Chan. First Strike is not one of them. I'm not a fan of First Strike. Well, I like the beginning. The beginning is like very, very creative. The beginning of the movie it was very creative. And then it just went downhill for me after that. Oh yeah, this movie is a classic. I like this movie. For some reason I thought it was an American movie because it was in New York where they filmed it, but it's actually still a Hong Kong film. The movie was released in America, and that's how Jackie Chan got famous because of this movie. This movie was what started his fame in America. It came out at 96 in America. Oh yeah, that movie, I don't know, Mr. Nice Guy. I didn't really like that movie that much. I watched this for about 10 minutes and I got bored of it because how I don't know, I can't think of the name of it. I didn't really like that movie that much. Maybe I'll try again one day, Mr. Nice Guy, but I don't really like the beginning of it. It just felt very weird to me. I'll give the movie another chance another time, but this movie right here is a classic. Jackie Chan did really good in this film. He did good with his stunts like he always does. His acting, his martial arts, his goofiness. It's pretty good in this film. The chick is hot in this movie, Nancy. She's a sexy gang member chick. She's pretty hot. I was like, god damn, she is sexy. She's a fine ass Asian lady. I was like, god damn. Fucking Uncle Bill, that dude fucking married this fat Aunt Jemima lady. I was like, ugh. So this has got a weird taste in women. So it's all like blubbery. I mean, it's fine. He's married to a black lady, but she's like hideous. But you know, he's hideous too, so it makes sense.